Alrighty, so you already got your beat made and everything. So now you ready to turn it into a song with full mutes, you know what I'm saying, with the drops and everything. That's what I mean by mutes. And with effects with automation. You know what I mean? Effects with automation and effects without automation. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of both, alright? So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna make sure that you make your first sequence, your main sequence, all right? That's gonna be the root, the base sequence that's gonna have everything on there that you need. So let's say if you're doing drops and stuff, right? Or a bridge or anything, something like that. Okay, so you want to put everything on this one sequence. So if when it comes to making a bridge or a breakdown or anything, and you feel like some of these sounds are in the way, all you have to do is mute the sounds that you need to mute and keep the sounds that you need to play, and continue making the breakdown in the next tracks. Okay. All right, so now we ready to go. We got everything ready. What you want to do first is you want to copy this sequence as many times as you need. All right. So this the pre-setup. Okay. So we need to go here to copy the sequence. Copy, and we're gonna name the second one intro. All right. All right. We're gonna copy it again. We're gonna name the second one chorus, okay, which is really the third track. So we're gonna name this chorus, which I just put a C. Okay, here, do it. Then I want to C out to. Okay. Then I want a verse. So this will be V1. Do it. And then keep that V1, but call it V1A. Oh no, this one will be V1B. Okay, the first one is V1A. Do it. And then we want, so if you want the choruses, you want V2. So 2A, do it. And 2B. All right. And so if you want a third one, you just put the third one on there too. No, 3-8, 3B, like that. All right. Oh yeah, now we need an outro. So we want to go back and put an outro on there. Okay. So once that's done, you're gonna have multiple sequence. Now your first sequence is your main sequence, so you don't really want to be doing nothing with that, because just in case anything get messed up, you want to leave that just the way it is, so you can always go back to that sequence to pull anything back that you need to correct. Okay. All right. Because all of these sequences made from that first sequence. So say you messed up on this one, right? You would just copy this one over that sequence, like so. how it's actually the destination, you just go to the one where you messed up on. Boop. Hit do it. Name it the same thing. Let's say like this one, I messed up on this one, right? With the name. So I'm gonna put V1A. Alright. Now I got them all. Okay. Okay, y'all. Now we got everything set up. Now we ready to go. All right. So the next thing you want to do is you want to come here, or you want to go to menu. Okay. Go to menu. Hit the music instrument. That song. Okay. Once you go there, you want to hit insert. Just tap it like 10 times. I say. All right. I got 9 on here, so I'm gonna put one more 10. Okay, so we tapped it like 10 times just to tap them in there. And you can take them out if you got too many. We just gonna go from intro like that. C1, C out, V1A, V1B, C, C out, and then go to 2A, 2B, C, insert, we need another one, so we really need 11, 12, really 13, okay. No, we got 12. And then we're gonna go out. All right. So that's an intro, chorus, which is a 16-bar chorus, 16-bar verse, 16-bar chorus coming back in, 16 bars like that. All right, you can do an 8-bar or it don't matter, it's up to you. All right, so now we finna put the drops and everything because all this gonna sound the same right now. We just laid it out, okay? So now it's time to do the drops. That'll be the next step. All right, so this the part right here where we actually lay the drops. You know what I mean? So we're gonna be laying the intro, chorus, verse, outro, chorus, outro. All right, let's get started. First, let's go to the intro because we want to start there first. All right, we're in intro. Let's go to mute track. Let's see how we want the intro to come in. Let's turn this down a bit. Now, like I said, all of them have the same sound, the same thing. All the parts, as you can see, is us spinning right there. All right. So we want to break it down to what we want. We got everything muted that we don't want. So this is how I want it to come in. Okay. So the first thing you want to do, you want to hit record. We're using the wrong sequence. We almost messed up. Okay, so now we're in the right sequence, okay? So we want to take all the stuff out that we don't want, and we're just going to have that melody playing. Hit record. That was perfect. All right, so now we're going to the chorus. All right. I can barely see if it's highlighted because the angle that I'm looking at it with this light right here. All right, so now we going to the chorus. Let's see how we gonna have this one. Okay, so usually on the chorus, I would have it playing the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I would keep all my sounds in there usually on my chorus. Okay, so that's just how I do mine. Now I want to go to this chorus out, and then I want to put a drop on there. Now this is this chorus out, okay? So this is the second part of the chorus. That's the first part, this is the second half. All right, so I wanted to do something like that. All right, so to make that easier for me to hit all of those at one time, I'm gonna show you a trick, okay? This is the hack. All right, so what you wanna do is you wanna go to track group, okay? So right here where it say track group, you go here, go to track group, go to the track that you want to mute. So I wanna mute this one, which is track 4. 4, 3, I want to mute that one. Put that on 1, hit 1 right there, because we want all these to be a part of the same group, okay? Track 7, put 1. Track 5, 1. And track 6, 1. All right, so when I hit this 1 track, all of them gonna mute at the same time. You just have to tap them and tap the one that you want it to be, okay? So, but they all have to be the same number. You see the numbers right here? So if they're a different number, it's gonna go differently. So if I put these like this is 2, let me see. Oh, I made a mistake. I put that one as 1. 2, 2. All right. So when I tap these are cut off. All right. Let me show you. Go back to mute track. Now watch. You see that? And when I tap this, that's how that works. All right. So I want that to come out on the end like a drop. All right. Let's try it out. Let's go. Hit record. All right, that's perfect. All right, so now we're going to the first verse. All right, now on the first verse, I want to have, I don't know, we're going to test it out. Now, if you notice, when I go to a different one, you see now I'm on verse 1A, right? Now, when I go back to chorus out, you see the numbers back there. That's just on that sequence. So for every sequence, you can have it set up different, all right? Okay. So for this one, I think I just want one of these sounds out, the main sounds. So let's hit play. I just want it just like that, just to keep it simple, all right? So we're gonna keep it like that, and then we're gonna go to the next one, and we're gonna come in with the sound. Everything gonna play on this one, all right? So let's pick out what sound we don't want. right, so for the first half, we're gonna have the clapping there. And for the second half, we're gonna take it out. All right, so that way it'll stop, it'll be out, and then when the chords come back in, everything will be in there. Okay. All right, so let's do that. Hit record, play start. So we're gonna do it like that, and then when it come back into the chorus, it's already gonna be on there. All right. So now we in the second verse. So the second verse we're gonna do the opposite, and so instead of that one, we're gonna do this one. And then on the second one, it's gonna come in. Then we'll take something else out. I think on the first one, part too. I don't think I want the second part. That sounds hard. That's gonna be good. All right, so now the outro. Let's do all of this. All right, we're gonna do that for the outro. All right, so that's it. Everything's done. Okay. All right, so now this is the part where we'll observe the track to make sure that it's set the way we want it set. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go to the song, go to the music thing. All right, go check out the intro, the chorus, and everything to make sure that's how I want it. So let's check it out. Alright, y'all heard how that one sound too loud? That hit, that little snare part, kinda. I'ma turn that down later, not now though. Alright, now we done checked it out to make sure everything how we want it to be. Now we finna do the volume and the effects, all right? Like controlling the volume of certain sounds to make sure they ain't too high or too low, and the effects, okay? You wanna go back to menu, to the song, go to convert to sequence, all right? You can name the song, but it's up to you. Go to main, go to the song, which is gonna be called song, all right? And then here, this is where I'm gonna take out that sound, because remember that sound I was telling you about right here on track 6. So what I'm gonna do right here, all together, is go to 6, right? And then just hit clear that track. Track 6. Now that track 6 is no longer there. Bam, gone. Okay. Now for track 3, it's time to control that volume because it's kind of loud. So I want to go there. Or you know what? Let's go to what is it? What we're looking for? Channel mixer. Alright, we want to go there. Click on the program. Go to MIDI tracks. Go to track 3. Let's turn them down a lot. I want to turn a lot of these down actually. Alright, we got it. And so that's the sound, that's the volume on there. Check that out to make sure that's on point how you want it. Now see, I ain't doing a major, I just did it to get it in a ballpark, you know what I'm saying? But when I take it to the DAW, that's when I'll be tweaking it how I need it to be. Alright? So, which it ain't too much, it's just a little bit. A little bit here, a little bit there. You know what I mean? It ain't too much. Alright, so next is, let's add some effects. Alright, so next we'll be adding some effects. You know what I mean? First we're gonna do the non-automation effect. So let's check that out. Let's see what we want. Let's go here, I'm gonna solo this out. Alright, that's sweet. Okay, you wanna hit the eye right here. Oh, I see I already got a lot of effects that's already hitting through there. So let's say you already got a lot of effects because you used a key group, right? So what you want to do is, you see where it's a line out right here, you want to tap that and you want to go to sub. Okay, now if you didn't have all these effects on here, you just go straight here. But since I got all this going on already, I want to go to sub. All right, so now I got to go into a subgroup. And how you get to the subgroup, you go to the menu, go to channel mix, click up there where it say MIDI tracks, and go to sub mix. Alright, so I got to go into the mix 1, which is here. Bam, tap on that one to make sure it's highlighted. Now you can add effects right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my favorite effect, which is the Flavor Pro. Let's see how it sounds. Now the good thing about that sub track is that if I want to add that same effect to another track, say if I want to add it to track 2, all I have to do is, but see I can add it right there, but so I won't have to use a separate track. I already clicked on that, I'm tripping. All you have to do is click on there and go to sub group 2. Sub 1 again, and it's gonna route them both through the same thing. It's like a bus, all right? So check it out. You heard a little cracking sound? So it gave it that like old school vinyl sound. Okay, so that's my stationary effects that I added on there to where this effect won't have no automation on there, all right? Okay, so now it's time for me to add some automations. All right, so my favorite thing to use is this. Another way to pull it up is just to go here. Go to program. Yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna use a little bit of that. We ain't gonna put too much in there, okay? Alright, so let's go. Alright. You wanna hit this right here? And we're gonna hit play start. Okay. Oh, let's stop this. Alright, so that was pretty much it. Let's see. Let's check this out. Now let's check out the editing. You want to hit the grid right here. And push this little tab button right there. Tap that right there where it says velocity. Go over to the effect. And you can edit it right here if you have to edit it, okay? Which I kind of like mine's how they be, you know what I'm saying? With the little mistakes, sometimes the mistakes be hard though, you know what I'm saying? So, alright, that's pretty cool. All you have to do is grab a pencil right here and you can just move this right here, like so. See how I did that? Undo. Alright, that's that. The song will be completed, man. That's be with the drops and everything.